Hi guys, Jacko Foley here from jackofoley.com, and today I want to send you a video all about personal development, all about self-education. And I want to do this video from the heart, from my heart, because it really resonates with me, personal development and self-education, okay? I came across personal development now about 2.5 years ago, and I never knew it existed. I never knew personal development material, self-help, self-education material, that kind of stuff even existed. Like, nobody ever taught me about it, and all I can say is it's changed my life. You know, it has really changed my life, okay? You know, how can I put this in words? Once you start putting this stuff in your head, okay, and I'm talking about empowering information, stuff on how to have passionate relationships, stuff on how to help other people succeed, how to be financially secure, how to motivate yourself to achieve extraordinary things, how to improve your sales skills, how to improve your relationship with your wife or your husband, how to improve your relationship with your kids, you know, all this how-to information, okay, how to communicate better with your customers or your co-workers or your family or your friends, okay, basically how to become better, okay, how to build a better you, okay. You know, this stuff is so empowering. And in life, most people, because they don't have access to this stuff, because they don't know it exists, all they do is they chase their tail, you know, for the duration of their life. They just go around in circles. They never get ahead in life. They think this is all that life has for them. You know, they just keep on earning a check, spending what they earn, and paying taxes, and basically, you know, not getting to the next stage of development in their life. They just keep on going around in circles. And you probably might be able to relate to this now. I'm sure I did, because I didn't know, number one, how to elevate myself, how to basically develop myself, and number two, I didn't know this stuff existed. Okay, so, you know, when you immerse yourself in personal development, when you start listening to Jim Rohn and Les Brown and Robert Kiyosaki and Tony Robbins and all these really influential, empowering people, you know, your actions start to change, okay? And we as human beings, basically our results in our life and what we do in our life come from three things that go in this order, okay? Number one is your thoughts, okay? It's your thoughts, okay? So before anybody has ever done anything, they have thought about it, okay? Number two, okay, is your words, whatever you speak, okay? So first of all, you think about it. Second of all, you speak about your thoughts. That's why masterminds and being around positive, like-minded people is so powerful, because you're able to get your thoughts to your words. You're able to get them out there, okay? And there's so much power in the spoken word, okay? Whatever you speak, you'll bring about, okay? So always remember that. Whatever you're speaking, there's so much power in what you're speaking, okay? And number three is actions. And they're the three. So number one is thoughts, then you start speaking it. Once you start speaking it, and once you're at that stage, you know, you might be saying, oh, I'm going to buy a rake of real estate this year, or I'm going to be really healthy this year, I'm going to lose a rake of weight, or I'm going to have 2, 3, 4 vacations this year. Once you start speaking what you want and what you're thinking about, well, then the third one is action, which comes directly after speaking. Okay, and here's where personal development comes in. Personal development will change your thoughts. Okay, it'll change how you think. And I just want you to see the magnitude of what I'm saying here. If you can change what you think and only think about empowering things, okay? And if you keep on putting in personal development and keep listening to the likes of the Kuwasaki's and the Les Browns and the Jim Rohns, Dennis Waitley, Brian Tracy, you start listening to these people. You start thinking how they think. You start thinking about success, thinking about leadership, about freedom, about all this type of stuff. Once you start thinking about that, you start to speak it. So get around like-minded people who want to go forward, want to develop themselves. Get around those people, because then you can speak your own language together. You can speak all positive and empowering together. So powerful. And then the last one is action. From the synergy effect that you'll have within your mastermind group or within your group of like-minded people, you will start to act on your spoken word, okay? And that's how you become successful. So that's why I'm saying it all starts with personal development, okay? If you want things to change for you, you must change first. And the way you change is by changing your thoughts. And you change your thoughts by putting in empowering information, empowering, motivating information from personal development speakers, okay, and personal development, authors, okay. So that's my message today, and that's why, since personal development has done so much for my life in terms of my happiness and my financial wealth and my health, okay, I am so congruent with the network marketing company that I'm involved in, okay? So congruent, because I know the power of the product that my network marketing company promotes, that it sells, which is personal development education. So I have no problem promoting or recommending personal development to anybody, because it has done such wonderful things for me, okay? And there is, as with all network marketing companies, there is a money side and a business side to this network marketing company, which you probably know is called Success University. But I always say to people initially, don't get involved for the money. You're getting involved for the wrong reason. Okay, the money will come, always. The money will come when you develop yourself. So the reason to get involved is, do it for yourself. Do it for the person that you will become. Okay? Do it for the person you will become. If you want to become happier, if you want to become healthier, if you want to become more financially secure and learn from top financial experts, all this type of stuff, that's the value. Study all that stuff, okay? Study all that stuff. Do it for the person that you want to become. That's why you should study personal development stuff, okay? So I have no problem recommending Success University. I think it's a fantastic company with a fantastic product that I'm really congruent with, that I really I basically, it's very hard to describe this, but the company is within me because of what I believe personal development can do for anybody who embraces it, okay, who really immerses themselves in personal development. It will change your life. It will change your life if you stay the course, okay? So that's basically it. Success University gives a $2 trial, which that $2 I think goes to Feed the Children charity, and they give that for 14 days for you to be able to try out basically their products. Just have a look at their products, that's all, okay? The link for that is below, but again, if you want to get involved, do it for yourself. Do it for building up yourself. Invest in yourself, educate yourself, and empower yourself to master step one of success in life, of the successful formula. Thoughts. Your thoughts come first, then your words, and then your actions. Okay, this is Jacko Foley. Thanks a lot for stopping by my video.